this is Sam. Sam, say hello.
Hi, how are you?
What are we doing today?
We, for some reason, decided to go to the beach, and there are planes and there are boats. But it's very nice, and we are going to have a picnic.
Here's our view.
Go eat ice cream. We drove all the way to Newport Beach to Balboa Island for some ice cream.
Yes,
and I'm
it's gonna
half
be
lactose
lit.
intolerant.
Oh no.
It's worth it. It's worth it.
Okay. What is your lunch for today?
We have salt and vinegar chips.
Delicious.
We have jalapeno chips.
Delicious.
We have gluten-free peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Oh, I was hoping there would be gluten-free and peanut butter jelly chips.
Sadly not.
Nice.
This is what we're working with. Action.
Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to a tour of my packed lunch. So first we have Trader Joe's reduced guilt pita chips with sea salt.
Ooh.
Delicious. We have these Oreos and hummus, also from Trader Joe's. The best hummus is the Trader Joe's one. The Sabrasa, no. And then I also made bruschetta that was supposed to go on toast, but then I realized when we were halfway here that I forgot to toast my toast. So I'm gonna just eat it out of the can with the pita chips. And I also brought garnishing cheese because I am that lady. But you know,
Cute.
Bon appetit.
We love it. Bone apple the teeth.
Yep.
Can I get a Balboa bar with vanilla ice cream, the classic chocolate, and then almond, not charcuterie.
You with your bar.
Hello. I got my bar.
I will get the Balboa bar vanilla ice cream in dark chocolate with rainbow sprinkles, please.
Please, 533.
I have cash.
We actually don't take money here.
There is a pigeon on the floor. My Duolingo streak is actually like 650 days.
Okay.
I'm an icon. And the best person I know.
It's true. Okay, I hope my head is in frame. But Sam, tell us, what was this journeying experience like for you? The drive down here, the weather. How would you rate Balboa Island and the Balboa bar experience? So many sprinkles.
There are a lot of different components of today. We had the waking up at 7 a.m. and laying in bed until 10 a.m. watching a TV show. I think our lowest point was the traffic on the freeway, but I'm not really bothered by traffic. I
Okay.
think it's just a thing that happens.
A blip in the road.
It's just a blip in the matrix. And we listened to our funky music, play that funky music. And Balboa is nice. I haven't spent much time here. I realized once we got here I have been here before. I'm typically in the water. There is a man sitting on this dock, which I didn't notice until right now.
Who's enjoying the content?
He is. He's getting a sneak preview.
Yeah.
But I think out of 10, the weather, 10.
Weather is 10, I agree.
Love it.
I'm slouching so that my head isn't going off. I don't know if it is.
Overall experience, I'd give it a 9. I think the only thing I would have asked for was the truck to not be behind us and so many people not walking by, and then possibly more shade, because this is a great shady spot. I feel like I'm living, but before it was a little bit warm.
We
How
did
about
pick
you?
a good spot.
What's your scale? What are you rating?
Well, I would definitely rate it a 10. What if I stand on this rock so that I'm closer? I'm standing on a rock. Now I know for sure I'm in frame. I feel good. I feel like even though we always go to the same Balboa ice cream place, it changes. And today they were very strong on their chocolate and sprinkles game. And the ratio is not it for me. Not gonna lie.
2 menu toppings. I was gonna get it toppingless, and then I felt like pretentious, and I was like, I gotta get my money's worth. But I feel like I could have gone through this a little bit quicker and not had it melt so much if there weren't just like 1,700 almonds on it.
Sprinkles have no taste. They're just fun colors. So it's crunchy, it's a lot. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 because I still like it. I would still come back. I think it's a fun destination.
Just maybe not rainbow next time.
But, well, I always get the rainbow sprinkles. The color palette is good. Sometimes they change up the color palette and it's like, it's whack. But I'm happy with that.
I'm gonna say I do get a bit panicky when it's melting because I feel like I have to eat it so quickly.
I'm just like chilling. Weather is perfect. Very nice.
Good day choice.
We analyzed the probability of seeing somebody we know when we got here, and we have not seen anybody we know yet. So that is a double plus.
We've made 2 friends though.
Yes.
Sunglasses lady, which we hopefully saw,
Uh-huh.
and lady with dog with 2 names.
Uh-huh. First and last name.
First, ooh, the chocolate is slipping down.
Let's pass it over to Sam. Sam, you are an upcoming high school senior. How does it feel? Are you
Feels
living
whack.
hot girl summer?
I'm living my hot girl summer.
Tell us more about hot girl summer and the transition from back to need a girl spring into hot girl summer.
Yes. So this is a transition I've been awaiting very impatiently for a long time. And I wasn't initially thinking of it on my own. And then my good friend Ivan decided that this was my hot girl summer. And I'm grateful for that. I thought it was going to be my educated girl summer. I thought it was going to be my sad girl summer. Hot girl bummer, as some people call it. And he said, no, this is your hot girl summer. And I really do thank him for that. My dad has now picked up the phrase hot girl summer.
Okay.
And has now been using it to describe what I'm doing. And I think it's been really powerful for me to really harness the energy of the hot girl summer.
Reclaim the word hot girl summer. Okay.
Exactly. How's it been for you? Do you feel like it's your hot girl summer?
Hot girl summer has been really good. I'm feeling good. I mean, I feel like, to get candid, for the first time in a long time, sounds like a song, I feel like I have a very solid friend group. I look forward to hanging out with my friends when they call me Sam. They call me Sam.
Only when they call you Sam. If they call you Zoe,
Yeah, if
you
they
say
call
I
me
hate
Zoe,
you.
I gotta leave.
Uh-huh.
I need to take a bite because we are melting.
This is a little bit of a stressful experience. I forget that I don't eat bars for this reason. I'm typically a scoop person. I like a cone, but I can't eat cones, which is the saddest part of my life.
Do you cone in a cup? You get the ice cream cone?
I honestly, in childhood, would prefer eating a cone over eating ice cream at the cone. Just a cone.
Okay. I need some water. Let me get some. I'll put us on pause.
Oh no, don't put us on pause. I'm
You'll
talking.
hear my hydro flask sounds.
Transition into a high school senior.
Yeah, Sam is a rising high school senior, and I am a graduated senior.
We said breaking the age barrier.
I guess our summer girl hot vibes were too spicy. Sam is also our local health nut. She is vegetarian, gluten-free, and very pretentious. No, just kidding.
No, yeah.
Anything else that I'm missing?
Semi-lactose intolerant. Adverse to sugar. If I have sugar, I'll typically have a bad day. So I try to avoid it. Which this is a good decision.
So you're saying it's going to be a bad day after this?
I think I've prepared myself well enough. Because I've had ice cream for like a few days. That's what I'll typically do. Like back to our theme of travel. As I'm going to be traveling this summer, leaving the LA bubble is interesting on many fronts. But it's especially interesting for food preferences.
Yes.
Because once you leave a big city, I'll have access to things, but a very different kind of access. And where I don't, like now, go to restaurants and get gluten-free options, like that will probably not be an option in like Connecticut. And so, and then obviously in France, gluten-free is like going to be very, very limited. So like as today, I was trying to see if I could have ice cream. For the past few days, I've been like eating dairy and it's been fine. And so like, I know I'll be fine. And it's just a weird thing to think about when it comes to traveling is like, will I be able to eat? Because I feel like so much of immersing yourself in that culture is eating their foods, shopping like them, having their meals, where like I don't get to follow the European meal schedule because I do need to eat more frequently.
Yeah.
And like I can't have a 3-course dinner because I can't eat half of the courses, you know? Have you ever had that when you've traveled somewhere where you're like, nope?
I have a peanut allergy and like a general nut allergy, which isn't really that big of a deal. I feel like it's pretty common.
What is something? That
Yeah.
guy looks like he's sinking. Hopefully he'd be calling for help, or he's just accepting the fact.
He's just swimming. You know? But now, as a newly vegetarian woman, I hate the label vegetarian.
Yeah.
I hate labels.
Plant-based? Do you
I
like plant-based?
I just say I don't eat meat anymore.
I like that.
I don't eat the flesh of animals, and I feel like it's pretentious, and I don't like talking about it. But
It's a safe space.
yeah. Yum.
Of the plane.
That has definitely been a fear for me, like going into college, because even though I'm going to like a liberal arts college where like everybody is whack, I am worried. As someone who only just is adverse to eating the flesh of animals, there are a lot of options.
Is it now like a disgust thing where it's like I just can't do it, or is it more of like an ethical choice?
Well, we'll get into the whole story since we have time.
We got time.
I just used to feel very like guilty eating meat that looked like an animal.
Uh-huh.
I could eat like chicken from Cane's, or like a hamburger from In-N-Out, and I'm like, this is great.
But when you're eating like ribs,
Yeah, that was very hard for me, and it just grew to be very, very difficult where I would just feel guilty all the time. And even when I was eating something that I enjoyed, like Cane's chicken or In-N-Out burger, I'm thinking about how like I'm choosing to enjoy this and I'm ignoring the fact that this is an animal. And then I also came to the conclusion that if I couldn't kill it in the wild, then I shouldn't eat it.
ooh, I like that.
So I'm like, if I was in the wild and I saw a fish swimming, I mean, I guess if I was dying, like I'd need to eat the fish, but like I would rather not kill it. So hydroplastic.
I do think about that a lot, because I do spend like time thinking about what would I do if I lived in the wild, or like I could do these shows, and my dad's like, you would die because you can't eat anything. But like for me, it was like a disgust of meat, and I like couldn't even like think about eating. And now when I think about eating, it's been like 5 years probably since I've had anything that was meat, and I just think of like the strings. And I think of like learning about human muscles and being like, that's what human flesh would taste like.
Oh my god.
I'm so sorry. I shouldn't be
Oh
giving
my
you my
God.
intrusive thoughts.
No.
But yeah, doing that in like 5th grade every time I was forced to eat anything was like not good. And so for me, being vegetarian was just the natural next step. And I forget that people aren't.
Yeah.
Like it's just so normal to me that I find it odd when people like interrogate it. Like I remember Mr. C.
Mr. C? Oh, I didn't realize I spelled it with a C. Mr. C.
Mr. C. Like one day he was like telling me about me being vegetarian and was like telling me the supplements I need to take and how like I'm gonna pass away. And this was just like
I'm shook.
this was like such a common experience for me to have like strangers or close to strangers tell me that like my life was unhealthy and that like I was hurting my body. And now it's like I don't even care.
Savage.
Like if you have a big problem with me eating meat, like, or me not eating meat, it's like
It's like eat my meat.
it's like having a food preference, being like, oh yeah, I don't like tomatoes, and someone being like, you don't like tomatoes?
I am like that. About
Yeah.
tomatoes.
Oh no, me too. I think tomatoes are great.
I love tomatoes.
I was gonna go back to travel through tomatoes somehow, but I couldn't figure it out.
Speaking of travel, tomatoes.
Speaking of tomatoes, where do you want to eat a tomato from that you haven't previously in your life?
You know, I watched the Bon Appetit test kitchen on tomato growing, though It's Alive with Brad.
I did too.
And it was so lit. And like just seeing the way that they grow tomatoes indoors and like how much energy it uses, I was
That's
like kind of
interesting.
shocked. But I've never tried that variety of tomato. I think it's more local to like the East Coast. So I would like to try that tomato.
Oh, I think I'd like to try some Italian tomatoes.
Yeah.
I'd like to try Italian pretty much everything.
Yeah.
I don't need to talk about this in a video for me to remember, because I'm going to remember it, because I've told like 20 people about it by now. I don't even know 20 people, and I've told that many people.
Huh.
I watched this great video on basil farms in Italy.
Oh yeah.
Did I already tell you about
Yes.
this? See?
And when I was picking the basil this morning, I was thinking about
Like,
you.
I've told everyone about this video on the hills. It's so nice, and I just want to eat. Like, I just want to go to Italy and have
Eat
the,
straight up basil.
just like a plant, just a full plant.
I want to keep eating the chocolate, but I'm like
No, me too.
sugared out.
And now
I'm
that
out
there's
of water.
so much like nuts. There's so many nuts.
At least nuts are a food. Sprinkles are not a food. I like the color.
Oh, I do like the colors. I think they're a great aesthetic choice.
Yep.
I love like photos of sprinkles.
Uh-huh.
I feel like Bo Burnham in his thing had like a photo of sprinkles in the white girl's Instagram. And I was like, I love that, but I can't eat them.
I was gonna change my Instagram bio to a half white woman's full Instagram, but then I was like, people who don't understand will be like, what is going on? We're gonna need to get water somewhere.
We could go into Ralph's.
Yeah.
That means buying water.
I know. I was like, oh, so you're bougie. You want to buy?
I don't want to buy water. I just want to like dump my hydro flask into the ocean and go.
I mean,
salt.
no, when we were at the river rafting, somebody asked, can you drink the water? And the guy was like, you can, but I don't suggest it. And then somebody was like, wait, why? And he's like, because you can't get such and such disease twice. And he's like, I've already had it once, so I just drink the river water.
Like dysentery?
No, it was some kind of thing I hadn't heard of. But I was like, oh, okay, Andrew.
Here's another travel question.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, I get very self-conscious, and anxious and awkward. Embarrassed is the word I'm looking for. Sorry. I had to circumnavigate that one. Tourist culture and being a tourist. And I'm like, I need to look like I live wherever I'm going.
You just want to be accepted.
I just want to be accepted. I just want to be a part of the group. And like, I don't look down on tourists. Whenever I see big tourist groups, I'm like, that's so much fun. I want to do that. But if anyone's ever like, oh, let's go get our cameras and our little baseball hats and go take photos and wear our sunglasses, I just feel weird. So if you could go anywhere and be a part of not an obnoxious tourist group, but just like a big tourist group and just like feel the vibe, where would you go?
I feel like either Europe or New York. Look at that shark boat.
That's lit. We should swim to, oh my gosh, and Jessica Rabbit's on the side of it. I think we should get on that boat.
Let's go.
I do think somewhere in Europe would be fun, but that's where my like, I need to be a local really kicks in. Because my first thought was like Rome. And then I thought, no, if I go to Rome, I'm there. I don't know why I'm working this hard for my own question that's meaningless. I'm thinking somewhere like Scandinavian for some reason.
I've got a special power.
Australia. We go to Australia. We make our own tour group. We're the guides.
H2O.
I think we should.
I'm here for it. Hit the like button if you'd like to see us make H2O fan videos.
It's just me. And there's one like. Emma.
Clea.
No. Should we close it off with one more travel question or topic?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could travel to Ralph's and see if they have a drinking fountain. I just want to be swimming in the sea.
I want to be drinking water.
Dun,
Drink a napkin.
Sure.
This has been a wonderful experience. This has been Zoe and I eat Balboa bars and make a mess. And
How would you rate the Balboa bar? Did you rate it already?
I didn't. I think it's good, but I think if it was smaller, I would be happier.
Yeah.
Because I was just like panicked that I wasn't gonna finish it, and then I didn't really have enough like chance to enjoy it.
Yeah. We did eat it really fast, so maybe we were really hungry.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
now we're on a sugar high.
We're gonna go
want to
run
go
out.
swimming in the beach.
We can go to the beach.
It's gonna be chilly.
We're gonna go to the beach, and we have blankets if we need
just
to.
wanna be
Swimming in this. I've got a special power that I'm not afraid to use. So come on, this is my adventure. This is my fantasy.
Oh, it's all about living in the ocean, being water free. Oh, it's wild and free. I did say water free. I did think that was
Nope, this is the end of
because
it.
they can't touch the water, so they're living in the ocean, being water free.
Thank you. This has been Zoe. Hello, we are here. We are going to take a Polaroid. Do we have anything else to say?
First, I have to open this package and put it in. But
We
I
ran
can't
out of
get it
film.
open. Yeah,
And that's
here's
okay.
the Polaroid mint.
Oh.
It's such a nice day. Oh my gosh.
And we just went in the water, and there are huge waves, and they're very scary.
We
But
did acting impressions in the water.
we did. Not gonna tell you who. That's for you
Maybe
to decide.
Maybe it was you.
Could have been you.
Yeah.
You'll never know.
I love telling people, like, I just wrote about you, but I'm not gonna tell you what.
This video is
can't
dedicated
open
to
this.
you.
To you personally.
I can.
We left these face statues. So yeah, if you come to the beach, we were here. It says pick me, I'm single. Here's our loot. Here we go. I love doing the uncomfortable smile.
Do those jumping jacks. Ooh. This together as we know what we are. We're all stars and I'll see it. You've never seen High School Musical? I forgot about that. This is like one of those aesthetic videos they put in slow motion. My dream is to be a dancer, and that dream was stolen from me in this dark age. We should be a slam poetry group. But in this darkness, I find my light through darkness.
My shoes aren't tied. I'm like, I jump, but my shoes are gonna come off.
Oh yes, give us your best move. Give us your best move. Dance like the world depends on it. Oh, we got a bird flying. It is a symbol for your talent.
Haircup's falling out. This is like a workout.
I know.
I'm like, I haven't moved my body in 2 years.
It's real cute.
My Zoom body doesn't move this much.
I feel like the zoom in adds so much. Oh yeah. This is an old home movie. You are finding your power.
They're doing the symbols. Have you seen the OA?
I have not.
That's what they do in the OA.
Thank you for that.
I also don't have a belt on.
Good.
I mean, these pants won't fall off.
Mm-hmm. Full of sand.
My shoes are gonna fall off.
Oh yeah. This is great. Fully blurry. I love it. I think I'm just gonna post this footage raw, fully public.
Yes, do it. And they'll be like, wow,
She's a dancer.
famous. They'll be like, I will hire you.
I'm shivering so much.
We can do some PKs. My other technique. Oh, that's going the wrong way.
I love the footwork. On concrete, untied shoes. Oh, it's like an art medium. Untied shoes on concrete.
Untied shoes on concrete.
That is my IB art theme. We're gonna go from this angle a little bit. Get that orange, get that light. I'm really worried there's gonna be a car behind me, and that's okay.
There's a yield sign.
Yield!
Yield! Yield!
Yield!
Yield! There's a car coming. It's backing out.